Hey y'all, I want to get into this Jonathan Majors incident or ongoing incident that started this past weekend. As y'all know, the young brother who's I don't know if he's from Duncanville or up this way, but I know he went to high school, graduated from Duncanville High School out here in Texas, so I can say he's pretty much local. But anyway, he was arrested this past weekend for I guess assault, like domestic abuse, because well, let's say it like this: there was seemed like there was an altercation between him and his girlfriend. He eventually called 911 to check on her, right? And when the police saw the injuries, they went and arrested him. She went back and recanted her story, but then the prosecutor still charged the young brother. And that kind of threw a lot of people off, I believe, because people don't understand. Because what a lot of us are led to believe is that if someone doesn't press charges against you when a violent act occurs, then the police or the prosecutor won't move forward. But what people don't realize is the laws have changed to where if the prosecutor feels that there is enough evidence that violence or a crime has been committed, they can move forward without the other person. And this is because a lot of times in history, victims of assaults of various kinds would a lot of times recant their stories really out of fear or out of coercion or whatever, mind manipulation, even. And, the prosecutors saw what was happening, said enough is enough, and then they're going to just say, if we see enough evidence, we're gonna move forward with the case. We don't need your testimony or anything like that because we know what's best for you, So that's why that's why this case is still moving forward. But there are a few questions and a few notes or noteworthy items that I kind of want to touch on about this story. Number one, that the Army, they had ads with him in it, I guess, that was going to run during the Final Four, I guess. And it came out that the Army was pulling the ads. And then my question was, why did that become public? Not necessarily that why did they pull the ads, because if there's an assault charge, and we can get into the whole racial and gender thing issues that are like out there in the forefront, we could discuss that. But I want to know, but that's already been discussed. So again, I want to know is, why do we have to know about it? Because I didn't even know that Jonathan Majors had even filmed Army commercials. I didn't know that they were going to be ran, or when they're going to be ran, or what time, or how they're going to be ran. Knew nothing about commercials. Not until after his brother supposedly, allegedly assaulted his girlfriend, who is a white female. Then all of a sudden it came right out that, we're going to pull the ads. But then today, what came out today, when I'm looking at this Deadline article, it says that Jonathan Majors' Army ads being refashioned to run as scheduled during Final Four. Now, I'm going to tell you like this, just reading this, and you got to always read between the lines. People put stuff out. This is basically one, it's what's called clickbait. Because you're going to have a lot of people who are still upset, thinking that Jonathan Majors should be lynched, tarred and feathered and hung and burned over these allegations. So first of all, like I say, it's clickbait for people to look at it. But then secondly, when you look at it, it's basically telling you, and when you read the article, it's telling you that they're going to still run ads for the campaign. He's just not going to be in it. But this deadline, or whoever wrote these articles, they put Jonathan Major's name in it, like I say, just for clickbait. So again, these are going to be in the campaigns, and that's just that. But again, like I say, why did we even have to know that he was in the campaigns? Because again, I heard nothing about it up until after the assault charges. So then two is today, and I don't know who in the hell thought it was smart to put this out. But you got people who are richer and smarter than I do who come up with these decisions. It said that Jonathan Major's arrest on assault charges after domestic dispute. It said what we know. And this is in Yahoo Entertainment. And it has details of text messages that for some reason Brother Majors and his lawyer team thought was important to put out, which is like the craziest crap I've ever seen in my life. So let's look at this real quick. They say on Thursday, 5 days after the incident, Chaudhry issued, I guess it's his lawyer, issued a new statement obtained by Yahoo Entertainment saying Majors completely denies assaulting the woman. She claims Majors was the one who called 911. On Thursday, 5 days after the incident, Chaudhry issued a new statement obtained by Yahoo Entertainment saying Majors completely denies assaulting the woman. She claims Majors was the one who called 911 out of concern for the woman's mental health on Saturday. Just pay attention to all these words that's being used. The police arrived with the paramedics as is standard procedure and arrested Mr. Majors due to an NYPD protocol requiring arrest in certain circumstances. On the same day, only 7 to 9 hours later, the woman sent text messages to Mr. Majors admitting that she was the one who used physical force against him. She also disavowed any allegation that he had done anything to her and confirmed that Mr. Majors called 911 because of her mental condition. These are those messages redacting the woman's name for her privacy. Now, when you hear that paragraph, you think, oh, well, this is cut and dry. She said what she said. She said that what is being put out there is not exactly what happened. So Brother Major should be in the clear, right? Well, let's continue. In the messages which Yahoo can't authenticate, it says, please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. So right then and there, super duper lawyer, this woman is stating that there was a fight. And when there was a fight, and she said we had a fight, which insinuates, if you will, that the both of them were going back and forth with physical blows. That's what I would come up with. If I was on the jury and this was brought to me, I would say, oh, so the both of them was fighting. That's what I would, being, just the average everyday citizen of America paying taxes. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. It also says, I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. So the question is, why did she try to grab his phone? Now, the original speculation that was put out was saying that some woman was texting Brother Majors and his girlfriend got mad and tried to grab his phone. And come on, guys, we've all been, I ain't gonna say we all, I'm not gonna say that. A lot of us have been in common, and been in predicaments where, let's say, a woman tried to grab your phone or try to grab something from you, hell, even the remote. And you like, woman, back up, or y'all could be getting into it and you got your phone in your hand and she's mad at you, or even vice versa. You know what I'm saying? He's mad at you, got your phone in your hand, and he's, and both one of y'all trying to have a conversation with the other one, and the other one's pretty much ignoring you or whatever. I'm just making up a scenario. And phone is trying to be great. Somebody try to grab the phone and the person jerks back, and that person gets mad, still trying to go for the phone, and the person trying to keep that, you know what I'm saying, the aggressor back, and then somehow, and then all of a sudden, slaps and pulling the clothes and kicking and trying to bite people, all that can start. And no one can say who threw the first blow, but the problem is, in the end, an assault charge will be, you know what I'm saying, will be put on somebody. So let's continue right quick. So, I only just got out of the hospital. I love you. So basically, she's admitting that after the fight, I mean, like I said, insinuate. Okay, they had a fight. Now she's just getting out the hospital. What you doing in the hospital? Then she says, I love you. A few hours later, another message said they just called again to check on me, and I reiterated how this was not an attack, and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. Now she could be right. It was not an attack. You know what I'm saying? It could have been self-defense. And with him being a bigger guy, stronger guy, you go in, you know what I'm saying, you put your hands on, let's just say a light-skinned, fair-skinned, white-skinned woman or person, you can grab them by the wrist, hold their wrist tight enough, and you know it's gonna leave bruising. Or somebody could be trying to attack you, and you don't want to put your hands on their face because you don't want to bruise their face. You can't really get a grasp around their body, so you try to push them away, and you know somehow your hands get on their neck and you push them away. That could cause a bruise. Not justifying anything. I'm just saying the things that can happen and go through a person's mind. You can never say what you would or would not do in any situation. Okay. What she say? I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank that this did not occur and should be removed immediately. Exactly. He made it didn't strangle. He probably, like I said, just trying to push it back while she, you know what I'm saying, that's the only thing that he can put his hands around, though he can control the situation, control the person that's attacking him. Like I say, you put your hand in your face and you bruise a face up, scratch a face, you know, something happened, scratch a lip, hit on the lip, start bleeding. Oh man, that's an assault charge, you're going to jail. That's probably what he could be thinking. So I'm just going to push off the neck. And this and the third, maybe she had a turtleneck on, who knows? But that caused bruising too. The judge definitely going to be told this. I know you had a best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out, and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. What the hell does that mean? So now you're admitting that you collapsed and passed out after saying you just got out of the hospital, after saying y'all did have a fight. You see what I'm saying? Somebody who just got a simple mind like myself will put all this together, and the prosecution knows this. Will put all this together and say, oh, there was an attack, there were bruises. He assaulted this girl to where she passed out. Oh yeah, that boy's guilty. If we're just going by this here, out of care, she promised all will be relayed. So again, like I said, I want to know who put this mess out, because I would have never released this. I do believe that this could be a defamation job trying to keep Brother Majors, you know, turn his, you know what I'm saying, turn his fire down just a notch. Because this dude done been in two highly grossing movies this year. And they say he's like slated to be in maybe about 10 more films this year. So this brother, I mean, he's a pretty good actor. He's getting a lot of roles, you know. Who knows that? Who knows? I won't say it's based on his acting abilities, but but I think they just want to make sure he, you know, just remember who he is and where he is and what he is. And then think about this whole allegation that it could be false, and then it's going to be spun to where he's an aggressor and he gets charged or what have you, has some kind of something negative on his record, because so far there's nothing negative been out there. You do know that women do lie. Women lie and can do it better than anybody if need be, because they have that they can turn on that softness, that what do you call it? They turn the femininity on when they want to. You know, the damsel in distress, if you will. They can do that at any time and become the victim, no matter what. But we also know that women can be very violent. They can be very aggressive. They do it all the time. You see it all the time. They cuss each other out. They can, you know, like to fight. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as they don't get the upper hand, someone get the upper hand on them, they want to, you know what I'm saying, play the victim, which is very dangerous, which is a very dangerous game for a lot of men. And I can recall a story real quick. I knew a young lady who was caught cheating on her partner, is the word they like to use now. Anyway, was cheating on the dude, had multiple witnesses or what have you. And she turns around and cries, saying that the person that she was with tried to sexually assault. Just out the blue. She just said this. We're like, what? To get those sympathy points, shedding tears and everything, was the victim. And then turn right back around, she was to do it again. So, like I said, it was like, just like that. But some people believed it, some people didn't. But it was like, man, you know, and I'm like, what in the world is this person? Are you serious? Like, are y'all taking this serious? But some people try to run with it. Some people want to, you know what I'm saying, just want to find a reason to show sympathy for. But it was all a lie. Just to, what you call it, smoke signals, smoke and mirrors or what have you, to turn the subject off of her and put it on a person, somebody else, on another person. And probably till this day, that guy does not know that she even said this. That she ever said this. That he does not know that he was just that close of being arrested and, you know what I'm saying, and booked on false charges, just so she could look like the angel in all this. True story. So basically what I'm saying is, brothers, we just gotta be, and sisters too, just be leery of who, and things like this. I'm quite sure she has probably never done anything. This is probably the first time an incident like this ever happened with him. And unfortunately, it was so big, and he's such a public figure that any little thing becomes a big thing. Because I'm quite sure this happens to a lot of people, a lot of us average everyday people. You know, so so you can't say that was a big deal or not. You know what I'm saying? Could have been something, for most of us, it would have been something small. But either way, if what she said was false, I mean, hell, if she was an aggressor and it caused them both to become physically violent, then brother, it's time for you to leave this relationship. You just have to. You can't be around nobody that brings out the worst thing. I was in a relationship where the person was bringing out, you know what I'm saying, the worst in me. Not saying I was physically violent or abusing them. It was just like turned into a person that was hollering, fussing, cussing, throwing stuff around her. You know what I'm saying, where we live. You know what I'm saying, dumb stuff like that. And it's like, why am I getting this upset over anything, over anyone? For what reason? This is stupid. So, had to be done with that. But anyway, that's all I got for this story, man. I hope Brother Majors can get out of this unscathed. You know, still can keep his career going. He, you know, minus the Ebony and Essence and the covers, and him and Michael B. Jordan hugging. You know, like, you know, they doing who get you commercial with eHarmony. But anyway, tell me what you think. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.